Are you annoyed of getting leg locked or getting entangled by your partner? Then maybe you should do this. My name is Dima Murovanni. I'm an international jiu-jitsu coach and I worked with some of the best athletes in the sport that are world champions, European champions, and so on. So today we will look at outside passing against a seated guard and also a supine guard. So if my partner lays on the back. Exactly. So if you are getting entangled the whole time and you think that your jiu-jitsu is pretty good, but you're not that familiar with leg locks, and every time you get into an entanglement, you are afraid of getting tapped, and so on. So there are two ways that we could attack it. Number one, you go into the entanglements and actually try to figure out what's happening there, or you just avoid them completely. So today we will talk about how to avoid it. And I personally like to use rumble passing. This is a system that I built together out of the best rumble passers, how I call them, or it's pretty much just outside passing, but that's how we understand what we are doing there. You can look at Isaac Michel for this, you can look at Dorian Oliveras for this, and you can in general look at good wrestlers. They try to do it just instinctually, but if you actually combine it with the rules of jiu-jitsu, it's quite hard for your partner to entangle. So what do I mean by that? I look at what comes first in his guard, because what comes first can touch me first, okay? And I want to avoid that he can actually entangle into my legs. So for example, his legs come first here, okay? You see? So this is what I call a weak seated guard, because I can grab the legs immediately, and it's also pretty easy to push my partner down. His shoulders are almost behind the hips, okay? So if I see that his legs come first, I go into a stance where my hands come first, okay? Don't move. So from here, I can attack it without him having the ability to attack me. Even if he grips my hand here, because of his posture, it's very easy for me to just lift it up and put my partner down. Or I can just bring my head in with the head position and outflank my partner, okay? If my partner would have the hands first and he would have a little of a bit of a better posture, bring their legs even further away from me, yeah, perfect. Now it's way harder. So now I need to attack the hands first, okay? My hands come first and I monitor them, okay? I don't even need to grab them because he will also try to grab me. So as long as I monitor it, it shouldn't be easy for my partner to grab it. So if I can monitor the hands, even if I'm not gripping them, I can now use head position. So my head has to be lower than his head or on the same height. The higher my head is, the easier it is for my partner to come in. But even if he comes in with the head, as long as I control the hands, he can do anything, okay? And he's exposing actually himself to underhooks and all of the stuff. So as long as you control the hands, or the first thing that comes, you're safe. The legs, the hands, whatever. Now I can use my head position to actually bring my partner down. You see, it's like a little car that is driving into you. And you can do anything because I'm controlling the first line of your offense. So from here, I could force my partner supine, even if he has both hooks in. I could start to go left to right, and so on. If I see that his head is in front of the hip, what I could do is also push it more down, okay? Because now he's so tight that it's actually easy for me, or hard for me to grab his hands or legs, okay? Because his posture is so much forward. So from here, I could attack the head. And he has two choices. Number one, going back, and if he goes back, I do the things that we did before. Number two, staying there, and then I can go into the chest to back attacks, okay? If I put my partner supine, the rules are more or less the same. It's just harder for my partner to entangle me because he has a harder ability to actually come into me. Okay, it's harder from the back. So from here, most of the time, his legs will come first. And I will probably do the same thing. I'm grabbing the legs, but now I need to put pressure into the legs so I can put my whole body weight into him. The more I concave my partner, or the more concave my partner is, the easier it is to move him. The more extended he is, or the more straight he is, the easier it is for me to move, okay? So if I see that he's extending himself, I can start to move around my partner. If I see that he's very, very round, I can start to move my partner. And then I still have the head position and I'm aware of his grips. If he's gripping me while my whole weight is on him, he tries to do anything, it should be very, very hard. He needs to address my weight on his legs first. And if his hands come first, so be supine, exactly, now I need to be very careful. Because if I grip the legs, he can now strip, let's say, one grip, and now he can attack me, okay? So from here, I will make sure, come really, really close with the hands, exactly, to still be very careful with the hands. And now from here, I could go into the north-south, or I could beat the hands and then go to the legs, and so on. As long as my weight is on him, even if his hands come first, I'm safe. But if my weight is not on him and he can break one grip, now he's controlling the whole exchange. But even here, it's not only about the grips, it's about if he can off-balance me or not. So what I could do is bring my head down, connect my knee to my elbow, try to pull me, should be very, very hard, and now I can start to pass my partner, okay? So your posture is very important. Who controls the grips, not only has the grips, is important. Can you off-balance your partner? Can you break the posture? And so on. And then from there, every method and every technique will come. If you guys are interested, I have multiple instructions on BJJ Fanatics. I will put that into the description. Or I will have content on this on my Patreon. And you can just check it out in a longer format. If you have any questions, just comment what your question is. And if you like this format of videos, please give it a like. I try to put out as much free content as I can, so you guys can think about it and maybe use this in your next jiu-jitsu training. So leave a like, and I hope to see you soon.